Manchester United will look to book their place in next season's Champions League when they take on Chelsea tonight. The visitors will be without the injured Mason Mount, who is being linked with a switch to Old Trafford. Frank Lampard hinted his future may lie elsewhere when asked about the rumours. Meanwhile, speculation says United are seriously considering a move for Declan Rice, albeit are unlikely to entertain his £100 million price tag. Erik ten Hag's side need a point to secure a Premier League top 4 finish for 2022-23 and head into the clash, against a struggling Blues side, on the back of successive wins. United picked up maximum points from the Bournemouth and Wolves matches and could be boosted by the return of Marcus Rashford this evening. The Old Trafford encounter comes amid United's takeover saga, with Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the two parties still leading the race to buy the football club. And transfer speculation, ahead of a key summer window, remains rife. 15:35 George Smith. That's a wrap. We're going to call time on today's transfer blog here, folks, and switch our focus to tonight's game at Old Trafford between United and Chelsea. Stay tuned to the MEN website for all the very latest. 15:09 George Smith opinion. United are showing Chelsea where they have gone wrong after Manchester United and Chelsea had finished 16 points apart at the end of last season. Few would have anticipated an even bigger gap forming between the two of them this time around. But while it was United's turn to slide down the Premier League table last season, it has been Chelsea's turn to tumble at an alarming rate this term. The two sides head into tonight's meeting at Old Trafford separated by a whopping 26 points in the standings, highlighting the stark differences between each club's respective trajectories this season. 14:54 Isaac Johnson. Southgate sends England message to Maguire. England boss Gareth Southgate says Harry Maguire must search for game time if he is to remain in his plans for the long term with Euro 2024 next year. 14:24 Key event. Erik ten Hag. Ownership process doesn't change transfer plans. Erik ten Hag remains in the dark over this summer's transfer budget, with the takeover process still not yet concluded. But when asked by Sky Sports whether he will still be able to carry out his transfer plans should the current takeover situation stay the same, he remained confident he would. 14:07 Isaac Johnson. Erik ten Hag on Wan-Bissaka. 13:54 Isaac Johnson. 3 ways United could line up with Mason Mount. Manchester United have been linked with a move for Chelsea's Mason Mount in a move that could offer Erik ten Hag greater flexibility in midfield. The England international could leave Stamford Bridge this summer after a breakdown in talks over a new contract. His current deal expires in 2024 and Chelsea are keen to cash in on Mount rather than risk losing him for free. See how United could line up with him in the side next season. 13:32 Isaac Johnson. United want England trio Kane, Rice and Mount. Sky Sports is claiming that United want both Declan Rice and Mason Mount as well as Harry Kane. Kane is United's top summer target, while Erik ten Hag is also eager to bring in a young midfielder. Reports suggest Mount favours a move to Old Trafford, while others moot that Rice is on ten Hag's radar. Sky says United wish to land all three this summer ahead of a title charge next season. 13:07 Isaac Johnson. Neymar to United. Essentially off. Neymar's supposed potential move to United looks to be waning after a report mooted that negotiations have hit a stumbling block. Sport claims the Brazilian's wage demands have put the Reds off a move, as has been the case with several other clubs he has been offered to. It adds that, in light of his wage demands, United could only make the transfer happen if he was signed to a long-term deal, which the club are not keen on. The Paris Saint-Germain star, 31, is apparently looking to leave the French capital after being the subject of taunts from supporters amid general disgruntlement at how the club is operating. Read what Erik ten Hag has said about the Neymar rumors. 12:21 Isaac Johnson United to sell duo to fund Mount transfer. United will apparently look to offload Dean Henderson and Scott McTominay to raise £60 million towards their chase of Mason Mount. Men Sport revealed this week that Nottingham Forest are interested in taking Lonnie Henderson permanently, with his parent club wanting around £30 million. Meanwhile, the Metro says United will also look to generate another £30 million from a Scott McTominay sale, money that will be used to buy Chelsea star Mount. The Blues are said to be holding out for £70 million for their man, despite him having just 12 months left on his contract. United are expected to have to sell players to fund transfers for arrivals this summer. 12 o'clock Isaac Johnson United join race for Rice. United have reportedly entered the bidding race for Declan Rice, with the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea also interested. Erik ten Hag believes Rice will add a steely dimension to United and so has decided to give the green light for a chase, the Daily Mail claims. It says Arsenal are at an advanced stage in discussions, although are thought to be tabling an offer lower than West Ham's £100 million price tag. United are unlikely to fork out such a figure for Rice, with Harry Kane a top priority, despite ten Hag's desire for a new young midfielder. 11:42 Isaac Johnson Erik ten Hag sends message ahead of Chelsea. 11:16 Isaac Johnson United to play Leeds in Oslo. United will play Leeds in a pre-season friendly in Norway on July 12. The Reds played at the Ullevål Stadium in Oslo last summer in a 1-0 defeat to Atletico Madrid, pictured below, having also featured there in 2017 and 2019. The clash with relegation-fighting Leeds will be United's first friendly of the summer ahead of a 4-match tour of the US. 10:51 Isaac Johnson Luke Shaw praises United fans speaking to club media. The defender said, 10:08 Key event Frank Lampard breaks silence on Mason Mount future amid United links. Chelsea interim boss Frank Lampard cannot be confident that Mason Mount will stay at the club beyond the summer amid growing links with Manchester United. The 24-year-old has a year left on his Chelsea contract and could exit in the coming months. The Blues are expected to offload players to try and stay within financial fair play rules following their mammoth spend across the previous 2 transfer windows. 9:46 Isaac Johnson opinion. Erik ten Hag could hint at key FA Cup final starter versus Chelsea in the last 16 United games. Right-backs Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Diogo Dalot have each started 8 of them. Both may get a start this week to maintain the pattern and give little away ahead of the FA Cup final. Yet if Dalot starts this evening and not on Sunday, would Erik ten Hag go with a right-back who has started once in the month before their biggest game of the season? That seems unlikely. 9:21 Isaac Johnson how Manchester United should line up versus Chelsea. United just need a draw with struggling Chelsea to secure their top 4 status this season. Erik ten Hag has been boosted by the fitness of Marcus Rashford, who trained this week after missing the last 2 matches due to a leg issue and illness. Our Manchester United writers have predicted what lineup the Reds could field tonight. 8:57 Key event: vote for your United Player of the Season. This widget requires JavaScript to work. Fans Footballer of the Year 8:34 Isaac Johnson. Erik ten Hag asked about possible move for Neymar. Erik ten Hag has responded to rumours linking United with a move for Neymar. The 31-year-old is expected to leave Paris Saint-Germain this summer after becoming unpopular among supporters. Reports suggest the superstar has been offered to a number of Premier League clubs, including United. 8:16 Isaac Johnson. United interested in Jules Koundé. Reports in Spain suggest that United are frontrunners in the pursuit of Barcelona defender Jules Koundé, who has apparently indicated he wishes to exit. The club are said to have been taken aback by the request given. The 24-year-old only arrived last year. However, Nacional, via Football 365, adds that Barcelona are willing to allow him to leave with supposedly United close at hand. 7:56 Isaac Johnson. Erik ten Hag on Pep Guardiola and Man City title win. 7:27 Isaac Johnson. Rashford injury update. Marcus Rashford could return to action against Chelsea tonight after missing the last 2 games. The striker has been suffering from a leg injury but was seen doing ball work in training this week. "It looks like it," Erik ten Hag said when asked about his potential return. Yesterday, he returned to training. "He looks quite fit, but we have to see today what is the outcome of the training. How did we recover, and then we will make our choices." George Hodgson. Mason Mount linked with United. Chelsea midfielder Mason Mount is leaning towards a summer move to Manchester United, according to reports. Mount's future at Stamford Bridge remains uncertain, with the 24-year-old due to enter the final 12 months of his contract this summer. Talks between player and club have progressed little, with the midfielder unwilling to sign a long-term deal, leaving his departure looking increasingly likely. United are reportedly among a number of Premier League clubs eyeing the England international, along with Liverpool and Manchester City, but could look to get ahead with a big money bid. The Daily Mail reports that they are preparing a bid worth £55 million as they look to pip their rivals to Mount's signature. George Hodgson. Erik ten Hag sends transfer warning. Erik ten Hag has warned Manchester United must have a coherent strategy as they await the outcome of a possible takeover process. Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani and the Ineos Group, fronted by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, have submitted offers to buy United after 18 years of ownership under the Glazer family. Interest from the Qatari Sheikh Jassim has fueled speculations surrounding a possible move for Neymar, who plays for Paris Saint-Germain, owned by Qatar Sports Investment. And Ten Hag has now opened up on the strategy the club must follow with him at the helm. George Hodgson. Good morning, a very warm welcome to Thursday's Live blog. Stick with us for the latest updates and news on Manchester United throughout the day.